This is Doug. I have a 2002 Honda Shadow, and I'm sure this is relevant to many carbureted motorcycles. I dug it out after not having ridden it for 12 months, and of course charged up the battery and checked different things. I had to fix the tail lights and some other stuff. But when I turned it off, I noticed that it was dripping gasoline from the bottom of the left carburetor bowl. Well, it just looked like it was coming down from the carburetor, and it was steady drip, drip, drip. And bummed out, I went to the internet and people said, take out the screw at the bottom of the bowl, so the drain on the bottom of the bowl. And I thought, oh, this is going to be really tough. Let the gas run through it, pump a lot of gas through it, put the thing in, and what it'll do is get the dirt out of whatever's keeping the needle valve from closing, the float valve, because it's like a stuck float, and what's happening is when that float is stuck, it is allowing gasoline to continue to pour into the bowl, and the bowl full already is then overflowing, because the bowl will overflow at a certain point. So I decided to try it, and I found a way of first I put magnets on my screwdriver, extra neodymium magnets, because I was sure that if I undid that screw, it would end up falling down in the motor, and I'd have a real bummer, because unfortunately I'm not the most dexterous person anymore. So I put these little neodymium magnets on the screwdriver, and the screw stuck to the screwdriver when I went to take it out. And sure enough, that's where the gas was draining. So I put a pitcher from IKEA, and I'll show you how I did it. And it caught the gas that was coming down, and then I actually started up the bike, and it was so it was steadily pumping a lot of gas out of that drain. When I was done, I put the screw back in, and lo and behold, no more leak. Actually, before I put the screw in, I made sure that it wasn't leaking, and I was done. It was the simplest, best solution ever. So now I'll show you where those screws and how I caught the gas. The screw right in the center of the frame is the drain for the float bowl, and that's what I had to remove with a slotted screwdriver. Obviously, I'm going to pull back so you can see where it is in the bike. Here's my flat blade screwdriver I'm going to use to remove that float bowl screw. Here's a neodymium magnet. These are super strong magnets, and I'm paranoid. So when I undo that screw, I wanted that needle valve will then just suck right onto that magnet, and you don't have to worry about retrieving it later, because I always end up having to retrieve it later. This is a watering can pitcher plastic thing from IKEA. They're really cheap, but something else that'll do this job. This is perfect, because I can just take this, I shove it right in here, I shove it right there, and it perfectly catches the gasoline, which comes down from there, dribbles down the cylinder head, and it goes right into the bucket. So I'm just lucky that the problem was on the left carburetor.